I am a massive fan of the Plants vs. Zombies franchise, and I know a handful of you guys wanted me to cover Plants vs. Zombies 1, but unfortunately, I 100%ed it back in 2018. Well, the next best thing for me thankfully came to Steam a year ago with achievements, and it's a game I've been wanting to cover for a while. Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, and god, do I love this game so much, what I would do for a proper sequel. Let's start this grind already. This is how I got the achievements in Garden Warfare 2. For those who don't know, Plants vs. Zombies headed towards the hero shooter genre a while back, making these games third-person shooters, and I know what you're thinking, oh god, that can't be good, right? Wrong. Let me introduce you to some of the characters.
This is a cactus, and it's very spiky.
It's grow time.
Hey, 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 hey.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Oh, I'm just a small little goblin.
Treasure!
Pretty standard stuff, a lovable cast of characters, right? Well, actually there is also different variations of these characters that completely change how they play too. Think something like TF2 and take the Demo Man for example. These two are not the same at all, right? Because there are hundreds of these, I'm only going to name some of the extra pea shooters to give examples. The normal pea shooter uses medium speed projectiles with splash damage, having you aim slightly ahead to land your shots. The fire pea shooter is what happens when you take the normal pea shooter and give him a Mario fire flower. He's basically the same but does less direct damage and does damage over time. The ice pea is what happens when a normal pea shooter picks up a Mario ice flower, which means now he can freeze enemies. The toxic pea does what the fire pea does with the dot damage but harder and can hurt zombies just by existing. The commando pea changes the entire idea of the pea shooter and makes him full auto and gives him no splash damage. Now we are playing Call of Duty. The agent pea is a glass cannon, however he inputs a crazy amount of damage, critting on headshots. Fun fact, the Agent P was actually my first variant on this account, so he's the one I ended up ranking first for that mastery achievement. The Law P can shoot as fast as the user can click, leading to insane DPS if you spam as hard as possible. The Plasma P can charge his shots. The longer you charge, the harder hitting it'll become. The Rock P gets slower and gets more HP, but he sucks ass. And lastly, the Electro P, who can self-detonate his shots leading to impossible to dodge busted AoEs. Okay, I've been talking too much, but please understand that this is a tiny scratch of the surface when it comes to the customization in this game. For achievements, I want to start with some of the more simple character-specific ability-related achievements. The Colonel Corn has 3 starter abilities: Husk Hop, Butter Barrage, and Shuck Shot. Getting 25 kills with the Shuck Shot is one of these easily obtainable achievements. Oh, I got it! That was the 25th. Captain Deadbeard on the zombie side has a sniper, specifically when you aim in, but when you hit fire, it turns into a shotgun of sorts. We needed 25 sniper kills and a further 25 scatter shot kills. There it is! Similar to Captain Deadbeard, the standard Super Brains uses a laser as his alt fire and he punches like crazy as his hip fire. Once again, 25 laser beam kills and 25 punch kills. I got an achievement. The Imp is a fan favorite character for a reason. Oh! And him being the size of Oddjob from GoldenEye is just one of the many perks he has. Yep, he has a mech. Stomping on 50 heads and killing with it is another. There it is, baby. Chomper does exactly what you know him for. He eats a lot. For this achievement, he simply needs to eat a goat, and weirdly, this is an oddly specific tough one. To turn zombies into goats, you need to have a rose on your team, as one of her abilities is a polymorph. The way I got this achievement is by going into solo ops mode and setting all 3 AI to a rose while I played the Chomper. Rose, rose, rose. I then switched to a rose, and I turned a few of them into goats. And then struggled to catch one of them in my mouth. Eat it! Eat the goat! No! This way, this way. Eat the goat. Got him. Oh, yes, we got it. By the way, oddly enough, switching to one of these set AIs was another achievement. Going back to the Rose's polymorph ability, I had to turn 100 zombies into goats. A decent sized farm for anybody. However, I just did this in the main hub area, the backyard, which has a plentiful amount of AI zombies to do this on. Have you... Oh! 100 goats. Lastly, the Citrus, who is a tank for the plants. He has a stun ability called EM Peach. This can be used to stun and shut down the imp mechs I was talking about earlier, needing to stun a total of 50 of these bad boys. Kind of a very specific one again, but luckily making private lobbies filled with nothing but imps was an option that counted towards this achievement. Get me up here. Ow. Oh, is that one of them in a mech? Yep. Okay. That's one stun. Oh, yes! It did count. An extra sense of progression that this game has are character levels and prestiges, and the normal amount of XP you gain for kills or objectives is set to 1x. However, if you do a certain amount of quests giving to you set by the quest board, you can up this all the way to the 2x multiplier. This is something I wanted to do immediately, and I picked up and did any and every quest available. These range from doing specific things with plants, zombies, and playing multiplayer and co-op modes. These only took a couple hours to do, and I get an achievement as well for my troubles. Oh, I got an achievement! I immediately jump into the story mode quest, starting with the plant side. These are very simplistic, short you versus AI modes, and it's basically the same all the way through for both plants and zombies. You are here to earn badges from Crazy Dave and his 3 agents. Around 4 quests from each of them, and every time you earn a badge, it's an achievement. Yeah, baby! Easily some of the easiest achievements in this game. Cobb achievements. There's the Cobb quests. Easy bounty. Oh, cheap Mango Tango. Yeah! While doing some of these quests, we also earned enough XP in our Agent Pea Shooter to prestige him for the first time. These levels are made semi-easy mainly because of the 2x multiplier. There it is, baby. 20k! Also, the max prestige is 5 for each variant. Once the questline is finished, Crazy Dave opens up a new game mode called Infinity Time. Dinosaur Mayhem! This is a wave-based mode where it progressively ups the difficulty and throws more gnomes at you. You are also given a robot dinosaur of sorts to pilot only for this mode, and these things are busted. Every 5 waves, this mode throws a gnome king boss at you, and knowing that there is a total of 5 infinity boss related achievements, I needed to beat wave 25 to get everything. This mode is considerably harder in single player though, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it, so I managed. We defeated the blue gnome king, the green gnome king, the yellow king, the red king, and lastly the true gnome king, Gnomus, on wave 25. Though on his wave, I nearly bit the dust. I really gotta make sure I don't die on the final wave. Else I have to restart this whole thing. Ow! Die, 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 die! I think I got him. Yes! I got him. First try. At the end of the mission, we are given another achievement for playing it on the plant side. But best of all, we are given the Juicy Infinite Infinity chest. These chests are one of the only ways to obtain the party variants for characters, and I ended up getting a piece of the party rose. Moving on, I headed towards doing the zombie storyline, and once again, very standard AI mode stuff with 4 sections of 4 quests. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs! I actually managed to get a kill while being polymorphed as a goat during one of these quests, which was another achievement. Get back here! Hey, get back here! That counts. Let's go. Please just die. Got him. Wow, that was pretty cool. Ugh. Oh my god! I've been hover swagged. Got him! Finally. At the end, we are once again granted Infinity Mode, but this time we play as a Robocat. Kind of seemed more fun than the Robodino, but I never played it out again. So another crazy 6 story-based achievements. Where do I go from here now? There's actually a ton of extra stuff you can do in the hub world, the backyard. It's actually a bit of an open world area with a bunch of extra stuff to explore and do. Do you remember the quest board I talked about earlier? Not only do these reward you with a bonus to your XP multiplier, they also give stars. These stars can be used to open up hidden chests scattered around the map, which can give anything from coins to cosmetics. Plants and the zombie bases are actually right next to each other, and both going all the way inside the zombie base as a plant and all the way inside the plant base as a zombie are 2 achievements for fun. Get in! There we go, we're in. Just gotta go in here. There we go. Boing. Yeah. Sound the alarms. I'm just here for the achievements. In. There we go. Luckily, while I was playing, there was some time left on the Town Hall mode. These are completely random, janky modes which reward the Rainbow Star currency. The mode for this week was super fast speed and a random character pick. Not the most fun of mode, but I was just glad to have one open because once they close, they don't reopen for like a month. I ended up earning the achievements for playing one of these matches and also winning 3.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Thankfully, I managed to convince a friend to play some of this game with me. Hey, Lamau. What's up? Having him join my backyard, setting up a private match between the 2 of us, and lastly, fragging him inside the backyard were 3 friend-related achievements I wouldn't have been able to get without him. Ah! There was also another wave-based minigame we completed right outside the backyard, where we had to defend the flag from hordes of plants until we reached the last boss stage where there was another achievement. Hey! We're done. Doing a bit more exploring, I discover a big area in the sewer system. It's actually in fact the Chamber of Gnomes, and I discovered that there are a staggering 54 golden gnome collectibles to be found all over the place. At first, I figured they were all hidden in the backyard. Well, maybe about 20 of them total were hidden, but the meat of them were all hidden between different multiplayer maps. Some inside the Ops game mode, some inside the PvP game modes. It was actually pretty cool discovering some of these hidden buttons revealing the gnomes. Right here? Right here. Yes! When all was said and done, I returned to the gnome area to be rewarded handsomely for the burden of collectible achievements. There waiting for me were some treasure with a heap of coins and a couple backyard items. Funny enough, there was actually a button behind me revealing yet another secret door. This time though, no free treasure was to be found. Instead of a nasty lock puzzle in which you seemingly need 300 IQ to open, but I couldn't even be asked, so I looked the code up. This opened it up, granting me the real treasure. Here we go. There's my 250. Oh, ho, ho, special hat. No, it still flew out. Another 250, wow. I finished up, but there were a couple more things I could do before leaving. Giving this fish stars gives me XP for a character, but also the achievement, What's the Catch? And also, there was a time-based target practice area where I needed to get an S rank in. This was surprisingly really easy. Did I get it? That was a little bit too easy, if you ask me. During your gameplay, you can expect to be getting a ton of coins. So there's stars for opening chests and other things, rainbow stars as an event or special currency, and lastly the coins, which can be used to open packs. These packs range from heaps of cosmetics to the character variants I was talking about, to even character abilities. I got a legendary? I eventually started to open skin packs and I got a zombie weapon skin, which applying one was for an achievement. Do you remember those chests I was opening earlier too? I was getting these things called backyard items, which can be used to decorate your backyard. When you clear garbage or rubble around your yard using these stars, you can replace them with said items. Furthermore, when you go out towards the dock area, you can spend 7 stars on this garbage here and you can set an epic backyard item up for an achievement. Hey, okay. I would really love to show off more PvP as that's where this game really thrives, but there were only a couple of really basic achievements for PvP. I actually got these achievements really early on too. Vanquishing a Z7 imp, who is a variation of the imp given to everybody right when they start the game. Still though, I think I got pretty lucky finding one as this was my very first PvP match. Lastly, emoting on someone's grave was another achievement. Yeah! The other major game mode that everyone enjoys is the PvE wave-based game mode called Garden Ops. This game mode is actually kind of more faithful to the original games, as while it may be a wave-based mode, it adjusts and gets harder, kind of like the map layouts in PvZ. Also, there's tower defense elements here too, except it's kind of limited in where you can place your plants. Specifically, only in the pots are allowed, but you got your pea shooters, sunflowers, and shrooms to help you out too. I actually ended up playing this mode a boatload, as it's pretty good XP, but also there was achievements for beating 100 waves of it, and an achievement for getting kills with your potted plants. Go, shoot him, shoot him! Yeah, there it is! Also, every 5 waves comes down the slot machine. Of course, it's a slot machine EA, but a slot machine which randomizes your boss waves. If you get 3 of anything in a row, that is a super variant of the wave. So there is jackpot waves for extra cash, but also super bosses that can spawn too. Super boss and jackpot wave? Wow, sick. This achievement took me forever to get for some reason, but getting 3 and winning 3 of these super boss waves was one of the achievements, and while grinding this thing out, I managed to earn my final set of experience for my 5th prestige on my Agent Pea shooter. Level 10! I don't have to play this character anymore, woohoo! Alright, let's get this guy max prestige. I think this is max. Agent P. Boom! Master rank. Time to go outside achievement. Of course it's called that. A good chunk of the final achievements were a huge pain I came to realize. Starting with the achievement, The Secrets of Secrets. This achievement was for this giant locked area in the gnome hideout, and to unlock it, you just need 25 stars for the key here inside the town hall. Once we unlock the door, we are given the achievement, but then another realization sets in. In order to unlock each of these doors, you must open a chest that costs 50 rainbow stars inside the town hall event. This itself is not a big deal, because the real problem is that these chests are open only once every town hall event. Remember when I said these events only show up about once a month? I found a loophole, and only for this video I decided to buy the stupid DLC which gave me all 4 of the keys. I can't believe it. $13. Just so I can unlock an achievement. $14! Come on! I got scammed, there was tax. Now that I could actually access this area, I started with the blue door. Each one of these doors was hiding a challenge, and ironically enough, I picked the hardest for someone like me on the first go. This was the Trial of Recollection. I had to remember a fat amount of symbols as fast as possible because it was also on a timer. Shovel, pot, boot, shovel, lawnmower, pot. It wasn't pot. No! Boot. Mushroom. Oh my god, I actually got that. Oh my god, there's one more. Shovel, fence, and boot mushroom. Shovel, fence, and boot, mushroom. Oh my god, I actually did it! What? I honestly still think I finished this faster than I expected, and right at the end of each challenge, you're given a set of symbols to write down, which I did. Then I did the red door, which was the Trial of Shooty Shooty. This one was the baby mode version of the last one, where you're given a symbol, and then you just have to shoot the targets. Again, timed. Next, the green door. This is the parkour challenge, the Trial of Balance. Made semi-easier using the imp because he floats for a couple seconds with the use of the jetpack. Lastly, we have the red door, Trial of Hot Doom. And you know what rhymes with Doom? That's right, Zoom, because I zoomed right through this part too. Remember, at the end of each challenge, I wrote down each and every code because this is important for the next part. Now, when you get back to the main area, I jump down to the portal in the middle. This is where I need to write down each and every code I picked up. When I'm done inputting the codes, a mini boss wave of gnomes roll up to jump you, but luckily for each one, it was made easy using the imp mech. After you defeat the bosses, one of the gnome statues busts open. Each one of these reward you with a random backyard item, but most importantly, yet another code. You basically have to combine all 4 codes to make a full one. See where the code is missing 2 symbols? Those missing symbols are the ones you need in each code, making the full thing. Lastly, you go back in the middle and do it one final time. It worked! This time, you need to face the rainbow gnome, the hardest and the tankiest of them all. This fight was actually kind of hard, as my mech didn't have enough duration for his entire health bar, but once the ability came back the second time, it was all over for him. Oh god. I got my mech, let's go, we win. Oh. The reward was a fat portal right in the middle of the rest of them. This is what we are here for. Oh. Oh, you gotta open these with rainbow stars. No! Oh god. They require 75 rainbow stars each to open. Double oh god. Town Hall mode only has 8 hours left until it disappears. Time to grind through the night. This mode for around maybe 3 hours was actually kind of fun. It was more or less brutal only when you go on a losing streak, because you get almost half the rainbow star reward. How did we lose so bad? Wow. Heckin' heck yeah. Also, there was a hacker who ruined one of the only active lobbies. There's a hacker. That made me panic big time. Nope, they're still hacking. That is so loud. I also can't push any button on my keyboard. Around 6 hours of gameplay, I barely managed to get all the stars needed for both chests, and getting 25 rainbow stars on top of that was another achievement. Kind of random, I know. But finally, we get to see what's inside each chest. Yep, first chest was a hidden character, Torchwood, for the plants, and the other being the Hovergoat 3000 for the zombies. Definitely worth it in my opinion, because they are both really fun characters, but sadly, neither of them have variants. Lastly, there was one more achievement for the Ops game mode, and that was for beating it on the hardest difficulty called Crazy. This is actually really hard to do solo, so I ended up queuing for one online, and you already know I had to play as one of the new classes for this one. Torchwood is insane in Ops. He's just an unkillable mini-boss with a minigun. He just does a crazy amount of damage. Also, I think I got lucky with my online team as they were really solid and we beat Crazy first go. There it is. I think that should be a win. Yes! Okay. There are also a few achievements I wasn't able to complete for this video. Completing 10 epic quests was something that wasn't possible for me to get in a week, as you're only able to get 1 epic quest every 2 days, taking this one 3 weeks. Contributing to a community challenge 3 times and opening 5 community chests isn't possible either, as the community events were discontinued in 2020. And lastly, there are achievements for playing Dinos vs Cats and Boss Hunt, 2 game modes that were discontinued. Even though there are mods to play these game modes, I sadly couldn't get them to work with Steam version of Garden Warfare 2, but I'll still cover these achievements using other people's footage. For Dinos vs Cats, you simply need to win 1 match as the Dinos and 1 match as the Cats in a game of Team Vanquish. Eliminate all of the opposing team in this game mode to win. Super simple. And Boss Hunt, which is a short, simple mode where you and 3 others are given a time limit to hunt down one of many bosses. There was an achievement for hunting a boss on normal, hard, and crazy. I doubt these achievements were that hard, but it sucks I couldn't show them off myself. This leaves me with the two final achievements, which are hardcore grind ones. Vanquish 5,000 zombies and vanquish 5,000 plants. These sucked, but luckily there was a decent way to grind for these said kills. Jump into your backyard and start the flag minigame. During the flag minigame, you do double the damage, leading you to much faster kills. Once you finish the first wave, you stop and reset as the first wave of zombies or plants come in the highest quantity and have no difficulty with them. Finally! Okay, 5k zombies down. Now I gotta do 5k plant kills. This grind was an exhausting 4 hours for each side, but luckily for the zombies, I discovered the plumber who has really high splash damage so I could take out tons with one shot. Oh! Finally. The grind is over! Let's go! That's it. Those were the achievements in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, you know what to do. Also subscribe.
It helps a lot.
Man, once I dipped my toes in this game, I really didn't want to stop. Even now that the achievement grind is over, I want to jump back in so bad, which I still will play the game, so I can at least finish that Epic Quest achievement. I was already debating on doing a 100% for this game due to my addiction, but there is just no way. Just prestiging one character takes around 8 to 10 hours, so you can imagine when I say it would take literally forever to do this for over 100 characters. The next batch of games for the channel are games I already announced like Cuphead, Rain World, and Celeste, so stick around and smash notification. Thanks. I'll see you next week.